Kiwi looks small, almost forgettable, but structurally, it performs in ways most superfoods don't. So, where does it actually land?
What about red meat?
What about fruit?
What about fat?
What about carbs?
Run it through the lab. Welcome to the Nutragrammatron lab. In this lab, we evaluate the nutrient composition of foods using a standardized 100-calorie framework. We are not medical doctors, and this content is not medical advice. Our focus is strictly on measurable nutrient density, ingredient quality, and metabolic characteristics of the food itself. The Nutragrammatron does not classify foods as good or bad. It evaluates what is present per calorie using consistent, transparent criteria. Some foods can be consumed regularly in meaningful amounts without accumulating nutritional strain over time. Others are better understood as situational, appropriate in certain contexts, but not necessarily as staples. Our objective is clarity, structured evaluation, consistency. Today's subject is kiwi. Per 100-calorie normalization, this subject provides approximately 1.14 grams protein, 14.66 grams carbs, 0.52 grams fat, 3 grams fiber, and 3 milligrams sodium. The macro index evaluates protein density and the quality of carbohydrates and fats per 100 calories. Whole food carbohydrates are neutral. Refined sugars and refined flours trigger deductions. Fat quality is evaluated using cardiovascular outcome data. Industrial trans fats receive the strongest penalty. Highly processed fats may receive a deduction. Saturated fat density may receive a moderate deduction relative to unsaturated sources. The macrogram index score for this subject is 14 out of 20. The micro index evaluates total vitamin and mineral return per calorie. We assess essential vitamins including A, C, D, E, K, and the B complex, along with minerals such as calcium, magnesium, potassium, iron, zinc, selenium, phosphorus, and manganese. Higher percentages of daily value per 100 calories earn more points. Ultra-processed fortification may receive a processing deduction. The microgram index score for this subject is 15 out of 20. The fiber index measures grams of fiber per 100 calories and fiber quality. Soluble and fermentable fibers with documented metabolic effects may increase the score. Extremely low fiber density reduces the score. Synthetic or isolated fiber additives may trigger a deduction. The fibrogram index score for this subject is 16 out of 20. The sodium index evaluates sodium concentration per 100 calories. Naturally low sodium whole foods score higher. As sodium density increases, points are deducted. When relevant, potassium balance is considered, as higher potassium relative to sodium is associated with improved cardiovascular outcomes. The sodiogram index score for this subject is 20 out of 20. The metabolic index evaluates glycemic load, degree of processing, and expected blood sugar response. Whole, intact foods with moderate glucose response score higher than refined carbohydrates or added sugars. Added sugars trigger an additional deduction due to glycemic load without corresponding nutrient density. Foods associated with rapid absorption or low satiety relative to calories may lose points. The glycogram index score for this subject is 20 out of 20. Now that we've calculated the 5 sub-indices, we can now reveal the total Nutragrammatron score for this subject. Kiwi scores in at a Nutragrammatron of 85. This puts it in the strong tier classification. Alright, let's look at some of the key nutrients. These nutrients contribute to the overall micro and macronutrient density per calorie and help explain the final score. Vitamin C is 92.7 milligrams at 103% your daily value, which drives the vitamin density axis and materially strengthens micronutrient density. Vitamin K is 40.3 micrograms at 34% daily value, adding a second significant vitamin and supporting micronutrient diversity. Fiber is 3 grams, which lifts fiber efficiency into the higher range and supports the overall score. Protein is 1.14 grams, which limits the protein adequacy axis and holds macro balance below the top range. The high tier structurally reflects very strong vitamin density and solid fiber efficiency, with macro limitations coming primarily from low protein relative to its carbohydrate share. This has been the Nutragrammatron Lab. Structured evaluation, transparent criteria, consistent analysis. Classification complete.